Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFB TV. I find that it is much easier to have a very popular video when you have a beautiful person on screen. But enough about me. My guest, Danielle Valkyrie, you guys have seen her on the program before. And all jokes aside, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Danielle because you guys know how it is in this industry. Like, I feel like an old man, like a boomer, talking about this, but it's like, I feel like it has to be said. Gun bunnies, whatever the case may be, we have good looking women who can be exploitative of the fact that there are a lot of men involved in shooting. I think about you, I think about Michelle Pascuzzi, about people who can really work a gun, who know what they're doing, and you're in this because you love it and you're good at it. So like, it's always an honor to have you on, and I feel like every time I have you on, I have to make that prefatory statement. That out of the way. We're on the range today. We're shooting with Jimmy Cannon, and you've got your AR-15. And I said, you know what? I would just really love to talk to you about your build. Like, personally, I would like to talk to you, but it's like, we've got Ryan here. Let's turn the camera on because I want to know what you have done and why. And before we jump into that, AR-15's a bit tricky here in Austria, where we are. You can only have like, I don't know, what, one or two? Just explain to me, how does this work? How many ARs are you allowed to have here?
I mean, you can have as many ARs as you want, but as soon as you get the license, you can only own 2 guns of category B, which this would be, or a handgun would be. So yeah, you kind of want a really nice setup.
That leads us to your build. First, we have to address the color. Because
Yeah.
I think it's great, and you explained it to me earlier today. I'm like, oh man, you kind of get tired, especially as a guy. It's like, oh, of course it's a girl and she's got a pink AR. But explain the background. It's really cool.
I mean, everyone is making the same mistake because this is not only pink. As I told you before, this is Mountbatten pink. So this is a proper camouflage. They used it in World War II, like the British SAS used it for their ships and rovers. And it kind of blended in with the desert.
I think it looks great. Once you explain that, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So who makes your AR?
An Oberland Arms. It's a German rifle. Back then, when I got it, I think it was in 2019, we only had like 3 brands to choose from in Austria. Like, there wasn't that market we have now. So this was, I mean, I'm still using it, as you see. So I'm really happy with it. Once I took it to a long-range shooting class in Italy. I shot 600 meters with it. I have proof. So it really works well, and I just love it.
And what is the setup you went with? So I believe we talked about it earlier, 14 and a half inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, lightweight profile. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I didn't want too short, and of course not too long because it's getting too heavy. I like the minimalistic style. So, and as I told you before, like, I can shoot until like 600 meters. I mean, I had another scope back then, but yeah, it's really nice. It's accurate. I like the weight. I like the design.
We call that a pencil barrel in the U.S. I don't know. What's German for pencil?
Stift?
Is that?
Okay. I can't even translate into my own language. Damn.
Well, look, I got to say, I saw this build and it made me stiff. Let's talk about the muzzle device. So that looks like an A2 flash hider, but it's not. I know, Danielle, you knew what you were getting into here on TFB TV.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, this is standard. Back then, we couldn't use, I mean, still as sport shooters, we can't use suppressors, but we can use blast deflectors. So that's why everyone
there we go.
Got these. This is also Oberland Arms. It came with it. That's just a nice extra accessory.
Handguard. Do you know who makes that? Was that factory? Did that come with the rifle, or did you add that on?
It came with the rifle. Yes.
Yeah, lightweight M-lock. You've got some M-lock accessories on there.
Yeah, a lot of accessories. That's why this is a perfect match. I like to tune my guns.
You've got I would say a hand stop on there. Yeah, what?
Hand stop, yes.
Yeah, Magpul?
It's Magpul. I used to have that BCM. I think it was the gunfighter grip.
Yes.
Really good. It's kind of bulky as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now I changed the way I grab my rifle the past year. So I needed something more minimalistic and simple. And yeah, this just works perfectly. It's just a little smaller.
Yeah, so did you go from like maybe an index grip to like a C-clamp or something?
From the C clamp to like pointing my index towards target. So now there is only 3 little fingers left, and they don't need as much space.
Right. Okay, well that totally makes sense.
Like Trident Sling and Sling Keeper, I've been using this like since it exists, I think since I'm shooting. So I can't tell what I would use instead of that one.
Yeah, of course.
But of course, 2-point, and some people would say, okay, why is she having this in the front, so far in the front?
That's how I run mine for what it's worth. So, but
You
go
do?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it's kind of nice because I'm a small person. Like the gun still, even if it's not as big, it's just too big on my body, and if I want my hands free, it just like goes everywhere, and this kind of cages the gun to my body, and I just like how it works with
No, I'm with you. I kind of like it a little bit further out. I find that it's easier, especially, you know, if I've got like a tab on my sling and I want to tighten up to get like a long distance shot. I find it's easier to get that tension whenever it's further out. And then also it doesn't really get in the way. Like if I wear it like a necklace, today, you know, I'm borrowing somebody's gun. I'm wearing a necklace style, like my sling, you know, just around my neck. And I'm going to insert a mag, and then the sling's getting, you know, like moving it out of the way. So you and I are like team sling forward. Optic, that's the big one. So optic in your mount. I mean, this is Gucci right here.
Yeah, so when I first saw that mount, like it's a Unity Fast mount, I was like, okay, this riser is rising. It's like, I don't know, it's so high up. And actually, the Steiner optic, it's pretty new. I saw it at EVA this year, and I was like, okay, I need it, and I actually used it the first time today. Yeah, I'm still figuring out this thing, but I think it's really nice. I did a good job. And yeah, the riser, what I like about this one, first of all, Unity, the people there are really nice, and that's why I trust the brand. And also what I like most is that there is this inbuilt iron sights.
Right.
Because I really hate the iron sights you put on a rifle. I just don't like the appearance. So yeah.
Well, I mean, look, rule number 1: always look cool. And I know
Right?
that I know that there are people out there who are probably like, "Oh, she doesn't have iron sights in her gun." But yeah, those Unity mounts have them built in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Steiner. I'm curious, how was the Steiner today? How did it work?
Very, very good. I liked it a lot. I mean, I have another upper for 9mm to use it as a PCC, and I have a Steiner MPS on that.
Oh yeah, the mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love the mailbox. Yeah.
Actually, I've been using it on all my guns, also handguns. So this is the first time I use this, and yeah, I'm kind of happy. I like it. Let's see. I only used it today, so I need to use it.
Charging handle. I see you've got an AMB charging handle on there. Who makes that one?
Yeah, also Oberland Arms. It's just standard.
Okay. It's nice to get like a big AMB charging handle, just standard. I mean, you know, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but like we get the shitty GI, like one side charging handles as standard in the US.
Right?
Yeah, little tiny thing. Yeah, you got to get a magnifying glass out to see it. But furniture. Finally, we got grip and stock. What are we looking at?
Yeah, the grip is just my favorite feature. You have a little. You can put
yeah.
like I don't know. You can put whatever cleaning kit, a small cleaning kit or something.
Is that a BCM? That's what it
yes,
looks like.
that's BCM.
Yeah. Actually,
And not
I like
too
those.
aggressive.
Yeah. No, nobody wants.
Fingers,
Yeah, dude. Especially, I mean, the moisturizing I do. I don't want like super aggressive texture on my grip. It'd totally screw my hands up.
Right.
And then Magpul. Is this a CTR? Do you know? I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, it's
It
a
is,
CTR.
It's super light as well, and it just fits the gun.
Is there anything you would change about this build?
I love it. Like last year, I was at a Street Fighter class in Poland with this rifle, and it's just impossible to break, let's say. And yeah, it ran for like 3 days in the dust, in the heat. Yeah, it's
And you're just embarrassing dudes left and right. These Polish guys showing up. They're like, "Oh, we got this cute girl on the range. Like, I'm gonna go. Like, show her what a great shooter I am." And then you're out there smoking and
that's what
sending
they
them home.
thought. It was a nice class, but yes, everyone is like, "Oh my God, she's coming with her pink rifle. What the f?" and it's very girly. And then I'm like, yeah, this is not just pink. And also look at this rifle. I mean, it's really nice.
It's a great setup. Like, it's really a great setup. Why not an LPVO? You know, a low power variable optic. We call them LPVOs in the US, like a magnified scope. Why not?
I had this before, but I just don't need it. Like, I never use it.
I don't either, but I have them on all my guns for some reason. It's like I can't shoot at distance, so this is probably a better.
It's just the perfect setup for every range I use. So.
Perfect interview. Thank you so much. Seriously. No, I appreciate you being on the channel. It was an honor, as usual, to get to shoot next to you, to get to train with Jimmy. You guys will get to see that video. Maybe it's come out before this one. Maybe it hasn't, but I'm here at Black Trident with my friends. It's always a treat, and I'm glad to be their guest. Stay tuned, bringing you more from Austria, including some from Steyr, some from Austria Arms. We're just having a great old time here in Austria.
Always.
Bye, everyone.